Hey there, guys. Jonathan here. Back again. We're on the 1st of May right now. I wanted to take a little break from making music today and just sort of focus on my animated series. So I'm going to be doing some animation today rather than making music. So I really hope that's okay with you guys. Just a little change of pace. Again, I've been hitting that sort of I've been hitting that little area in making music again where I'm like falling into like the traps of like thinking too I'm thinking too hip hop, you know what I mean? And I don't want that to happen. So I'm taking the night off, sort of regrouping. And that's just how it's gonna go. So yeah, hopefully when I come back to music like tomorrow or whatever, it'll be all good. But these things happen, you know? So sometimes you gotta take a break from it and like regroup and, not get burnt out from it. So I understand like you gotta understand like doing it every single day is a pretty tall order. And it's one that I'm totally for, I'm totally up for it. But at the same time, it's good to it's always good to keep expanding too, you know what I mean? So when you're doing something creative, you want to get into like uh I would say like what am I trying to say here really? Sometimes it's just good to like take a break from one thing and like if you're doing something creative, if you're making say you're making music, so sometimes you want to take a break from that and like I don't know, paint a picture, paint a painting or things like this. Take a break from the thing you're doing and sort of experiment in a different medium, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that'll oops, I did that shit. I did the wrong thing. I deleted the fucking object rather than the I deleted the instance of the picture rather than the actual picture itself. Damn it. See, that's what happens when you take a little break from what you're doing. Alright. Is that cool? Okay. Alright, let me see. Actually, I can do this too. I will. What frame is that? 360. So I will go to like 64, 3364. I'll drop that over there. And then I can edit this frame as well to have it like give them a little more movement. Why are are the eyes locked or what is going on here? The eyes must be locked. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, as I was saying, sometimes it's good to just like take a break from the thing you're doing if you're doing something creative and kind of let that creativity go into a different medium, I guess, and then so to help yourself out in that way, Why are all of those frames highlighted? Why does Blender always love fucking with me? Alright, and then we will also redo the drawing. I mean, not redo the drawing, just do a new drawing. But I'm not going to really change too much in this drawing. I'm just going to change the head. I was thinking maybe like, because I don't want to have, I need to have a little more variety in the head too. You know, it's like always just facing like that's it's been facing that side profile for a while. So I want to kind of make that different. All right. I can feel with myself that I haven't been I haven't been working on this animation for a little while. I'm getting used to like the buttons again real quick. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, I've been using a lot of this side profile of his head for this shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and like turn his head around too to have it like he's looking. Again, this fucking thing is fucking around while I'm live streaming again. What is the fucking deal with that, man? It works fine when I'm not live streaming this drawing tablet. And then when I want to do a live stream with it, now it wants to fuck around. See, this is why I haven't live streamed animation in a while. I've just been kind of working on it without live streaming. Look, why does it feel the need to do that? Alright, you can't even really tell that that's what's happening in this shot. So I'm going to have like a very slight part of his mask here showing and a little slight part of his head too. Else you won't be able to tell that that's what is going on, just because it's not like showing his whole body, or it's not showing his whole you know, it's just showing like a bunch of his head and then like his arm. So if I just show like the hood there without any of this, it'll kind of like not give any context. You'll just think his face like disappeared or something. All right. And then I can scale this out a little bit. Nope, scale it to the y-axis like so. All right. No, who keeps asking me that? I'm not high. Why do you want me to be high so bad? I don't smoke. All I do is like vape, but that's just like tobacco vape. It's not like weed vape. I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. I have not smoked for like, I don't know how many months now. Alright, sculpt this off a little better. Alright, I want to fix these lines too. Back into edit mode. I swear, I hope my drawing tablet doesn't piss me off too much today. Alright, grab the vectors. Those 4, maybe 5. This one. Maybe these 4 too. Delete. And then I want to get that little stroke out of there in the middle too. Delete that whole thing. Alright. Grab this one. Actually, I might be better sculpting each of these like separately. We'll see. No, that should be okay. They're far enough away from each other to not mess each other up, I think. All right. Oh. Pressed caps lock instead of shift by accident just now. Alright, this might be the part where I need to... Yeah, this will be the part where I need to just edit this stroke right here. Alright, I think that looks okay. Maybe I'll bring the forehead up a little more. Give him a 5 head. Bring that a little further up here, like so. Alright, cool. Cool. Let me turn these overlays off. Alright, I should sculpt his arm a little bit too, I think. Just so he's bringing it in even tighter. Na, 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 na. Okay, and then sculpt. Bring that way out like that so we can sort of grab the whole thing. I'm not going to be doing too much of a major movement on the arm, just as long as you get the idea that it's like tensing up a little more, like so. Okay. Alright, we cool here. Actually, let me get rid of this bullshit right here. Da-da-da. Peace. Grab that again. Alright, let's see how that looks next to the previous frame. Should look okay. Boom, 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 boom. Little bit of we'll need a in between on that, of course, but it's fine. Get that colored in. Actually, I think I should wait. I'll draw the frames that I want to do first. No, actually, I am going to color this because I want to get started on a new shot tonight. This particular group of shots right here is nearly finished, where he grabs them. So the next thing is going to be like an extreme close-up of the character's face, the guy who's getting strangled or getting, held like that, getting held down. It's going to be an extreme close-up of his face, and then we're going to see a needle come in and like jab him in the neck. That's going to be the next shot that I'm working on. So I'll go ahead and just color this one now, since it's like one of the last drawings we'll be doing for this shot for now. Alright, easy does it. There we go. La 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 la. Let me go ahead and fix the other dude right here too. Alright, let me move his arm back. As you can see, it's like disconnected from his body. those layers are locked. I'm like, why the fuck is it not selected? Alright. Like so. And then, like so. And again, no. Pull them back a little more. And maybe rotate them a little bit. All right, that'll do okay for now. I'm gonna leave a few frames of that camera angle like free right there, just so uh just in case I wanna. I think I'll add some more where he's like getting pulled out of frame here, but I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna do that yet. I might just cut to the next angle straight up. I haven't really made my mind up on that yet. But it doesn't really matter if I leave a few frames there either way, because obviously if I do decide to just cut to the other angle straight away, I can just take that out with the editing software. Got Kendrick Lamar stuck in my head. I just listened to that song a while ago. I love when you got me out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute myself for a while and listen to some music. Catch you on the flip side. Yeah, guys, this isn't gonna be too long of a stream, man. Again, my fucking tablet is going haywire. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing, honestly. Like, it pisses me the fuck off so much. It's just doing shit that I'm not even making it do. All I'm trying to do is fucking draw, and it's like drawing like 1,000 strokes when I'm drawing one stroke. As you can see there, it just made my fucking drawing disappear for no reason at all. And then I'm having to like undo like 10 times for it to undo like one thing that that it did. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing for real. I think it's about time for a new tablet, because like this thing has never screwed around this much, and it only seems to be getting worse now. All right, like for example, look, I'm like going down, and it's like drawing like before I even touch the fucking pen onto the tablet, it's like doing shit like it never did that before. Before like it started like just a while back, and like now it's just going haywire all the time. Look, and this white circle is showing up. This menu keeps popping up that I'm not even pressing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I cannot work with this tablet the way it's like behaving. And I feel like it does it like worse when I'm live streaming for some reason. But I've tried everything with this thing, man. I've tried like this, all the settings for like I've done all that stuff with like the pressure settings in the windows and all that. I've like updated the drivers. I've did all of that shit, and like nothing is making it better. So yeah, I'm feeling like it's probably just time for it to get a new tablet. I've had this one for quite a while, quite a long time anyway. So it's not really like. It's not as if this is like a brand new tablet and it's like fucking up already. Like, I've had this tablet for a long time, so I guess it's time to part ways with this tablet. But that is super fucking frustrating, man. It's like every time I want to like animate, this shit fucks with me like so bad. And all I want to do is draw a goddamn picture, and you won't even give me the piece to do that. Shame on you. I'm over here just trying to listen to some Portishead and animate, and you can't even let me do that. Disgraceful. Disgraceful behavior. But yeah, honestly, like, this fucking tablet is ruining my flow, man. It's like every time I go to even like do a drawing now, I'm like already frustrated before I even start, because I know this thing's just gonna fuck around. Ain't that a bitch? And this is supposed to be like taking a break from making beats, and it's just like making me fucking angry, because my shitty fucking tablet doesn't want to work correctly. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna be showing the top of his head here anyway, like this part. So I don't really need to worry about getting that in like proportion. Get that centered off, kind of like right here. What I do want to fix though is this hair. His hair is kind of not symmetrical. Let me see what's wrong with that. It looks a little bit, I think his face in general right here looks kind of derpy or something. Go ahead and grab that. Bring that down a little, like so. Like so. Alright, maybe something like that. Edit all. Sculpt all. Alright, let me get it smoothed out. And then we can go ahead and draw some eyes on this little son of a bitch. It's weird, I shouldn't really like pay. I've been paying like so much mind to like sculpt the lines to be like as smooth as I can make them without, of course, like over smoothing like the sharper edges of the drawings, because if you do that, it just kind of rounds them off, and that's just doesn't look good after that. But it's kind of funny that I even like focus so much on smoothing the drawings out anyway, because I'm gonna be adding a noise modifier onto the line, onto like all of my 2D drawings, which is then gonna make the lines like, it's gonna give the lines like that wavy kind of effect, like frame by frame. That kind of jittery effect, kind of like, you know, like Ed and Eddie or something, the way it's like it always looks like the lines are moving. I add that to like my characters as well. Not quite as like dramatic as Ed and Eddie, but just enough to where you're like, are those lines like moving? It's kind of like wavy. It's kind of like a slow kind of waviness I add to my lines. So that's kind of weird that I mean, I guess it's kind of weird that I focus so much on like sculpting the lines out to be completely smooth. But the reason I do that is just because like I want the drawings to be the best that they can be before I add the noise modifier onto it and all the rest of the modifiers. I don't want to depend too much on modifiers, and then, you know, I don't want to like take that for granted. I want to like put the modifiers onto the best drawings that I can, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright, overlays off. Let me see. It looks... This looks weird. His hair right here looks weird. It's not even. Something needs to be done about that. Can't have this man walking around with a lineup that looks all not symmetrical. It's not a good look. Is there any way? Alright, maybe that's okay. Now, eyes. My tablet's gonna be pissing me the fuck off again. So let me go ahead and save that before we get started on the eyes. Alright, timeline. Get out of my way. Wait, do I still have that auto keyframe on? I do. Holy shit. Should have turned that off. I will break you. Do not fuck with me. I will break the fuck out of you. Oh my god, bro. Let me just draw. Look, I can't even focus on making a good eye because this shit is fucking around so much. Oh my goodness. Why must you be the way you are? I don't know where it all went wrong with this tablet. It's like, hey, I know the pen's not touching me, but maybe he wants me to draw anyway. Nope, I don't. I want you to draw when I tell you to draw. And I realize I'm a grown man having a conversation with my drawing tablet right now. But I don't care. This is pissing me off. This shit is pissing me off. Alright, let me get those eyes moved around. Actually, let me draw his fucking nose first, so that I can know better where to position the eyes. Oh, too much timeline. Fuck off. Okay, gotcha. Nose somewhere about right here. Eyes. All right, let me lock the head and all that. Give me this. Okay. Now just to smooth y'all out. Is there any way? So yeah, I'm definitely definitely gotta look in and get a new drawing tablet because this problem is not going away. Only seems to be getting worse. And I ain't up for putting. I don't have to put up with that. This pen is pretty new too. I bought this pen like way after I got this pen like way after I got this drawing tablet because my original pen for this tablet broke. But I know you might say that, oh, maybe that's the issue you're having is because this pen ain't for this tablet. But no, this pen worked fantastically with this tablet right up until recently. So it's definitely not that either. It's not a compatibility issue. It's not anything like that. It's just, it's got to be the tablet. I don't know what is going on with it. And especially like it, I got to test that out again to see if it's exclusively happening during streams because I feel like it is. And if that's the case, then I don't know what the fuck is going on. that kind of makes it even worse in a way because at least if it like happened all the time, then you could sort of just say, okay, the shit is messed up. But the fact that I feel like it's happening only on streams is even more confusing. Okay, feels. So how is everyone doing today? Are you doing all right? Did you have a good day? Did you have a rough day? How's life treating you? My day was a little bit rough. My depression was kind of killing me a little bit. I should have did something. I should have started animating earlier. But then I got hungry, and then I accidentally like fell asleep for like 10 minutes, and then I was just like doing stuff. I had to do some washing and shit. I had to I had to deal with. I had to clean a little, and all that. You know how it goes. But yeah, I feel like I should have gotten. I feel like I should have started animating a little earlier. Why are these fills being such an asshole? I accidentally put that black line in there too with the fills. That's kind of shitty. See if I can patch that up with just the sculpt. No, I don't think I will on this side. I'll have to just like paint that over. God damn it, man. Why? Why? All right. I feel like this ain't, man. I feel like this ain't even a good angle to see like his neck either. I might move the head up more and then like add some body. Hey, N key. No, you're not annoying me at all. Ask me anything you like. Um, and of course, if I'm comfortable answering, I'll do that. I'll just always be honest with you if I don't feel like answering something. But you're all good. Talk to me anytime you like. I was actually thinking about FL Studio again. What happened? Did YouTube do their thing where they just like unsubscribe you from channels or something? That happened. I see that happen to a lot of people. Like YouTube will just for some reason like unsubscribe you from channels and like not tell you, and they just do it by themselves. No, what was I saying? Yes, I've still been thinking about getting FL Studio. I will. I'll keep you posted on that for sure. I don't have an exact date, but I was thinking about it. I have been thinking about it still. I don't want to give like a time frame and then not like, not do it by then. So I don't really want to give you a definite date, but I'm working on it for sure. And yes, I'm an animator. I'm not under an NDA for this project. This is my own project. This is a little animated pilot that I'm working on at the minute. It's just my own show. So yeah, I'm down. I can talk about this as much as I want. This particular one. This is a concept that I've been working on for quite a while, to be honest. But it's went through like okay. It's got no, because I've seen you in the chat before. That's why I figured. Because I thought my chat was like on sub only or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. I thought you had to be like subscribed for like 5 minutes or whatever in order to go into the chat. But it's all good. Whatever. It is what it is. But that's cool anyway. At least. Yeah, I don't. That's just weird with YouTube though. They do that quite a bit. Regardless, I've found myself to like unsubscribe to channels that I know I was subscribed to before. But what happens. No, I was just saying that about the unsubscribing because you were saying about you were able to find me online. Oh, okay. See, I'm misreading what you're saying. I think that's the that's the confusion here. I misread what you were talking about when you said like you found me online. I get you now. Never mind. I'm the one that's confused here. It's not. It wasn't anything that you did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is like a crappy angle to have like his neck. Obviously, you can't even see where his neck would be right here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to like lift his entire head up in general, like more like this. Maybe something like that. And then I can like do a quick like camera angle change too to like even closer to him and then like show like a up close of his neck. And then I can sort of do it that way. But yeah, so I think I'll keep it like maybe somewhere around there for now. Da-na-na-na-na. I get you. Yeah, there's nothing. It's kind of strange how crazy the whole like bot situation is with YouTube, and it's like how do they? It's one of those like problems that you like just. Is there really a solution you can ever find for that? It's like YouTube has gotten so big, and there's like so much videos going up every day. It's like they have to obviously use like automated systems, but then like at the same time like there's always like that has its own problems too, but it's like what else do you do kind of thing too. It's like crazy. Yes, okay, yeah, the message thing. No, yeah, you can turn that off. That's something that I actually put on by myself for like these streams. I just don't. I have like I was having sometimes people just come into my chat and like be a dick toward me for like no reason, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that. So You can put it for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can do it for like different times, but I put it at like the lowest one, like 5 minutes. So if anyone wanted to be a dick to me, they would have to subscribe to my channel first and then talk to me, which I found kind of funny. I found that kind of funny. Like if they wanted to say something to me now, they would have to like first subscribe to my channel, and then that would just make them look foolish. So that's kind of the main reason why I did that, to be honest. And YouTube is already like kind of it's not difficult for me to YouTube, but I'm still like getting used to it in a lot of ways. And like I have like anxiety, and sometimes that can affect me when I'm like streaming and stuff. So I just don't want to really have to deal with like negative people and stuff like that when I'm streaming. Obviously everyone's entitled to their opinions and everything like that, but like some people just go out of their way to be like dicks, and that's uncalled for, I think. Yeah, the censoring is so fucking annoying. Super annoying. I've found like so many of my comments get deleted like all the time. Makes you think. And then they said they worked that out too, the whole like comments disappearing thing, but they haven't at all. I still see my comments disappearing like every day. Yeah, it's like really crazy with the censoring. And then obviously that must be like an automated system as well too. So it's like, and it's just like feeding in certain keywords or whatever into it. But it's like that automated system doesn't understand like context and stuff like that too. So it's really like not an ideal solution. But then like what do you do if you're YouTube as well? It's like you would have to have so many people employed just to like check videos all day, as well, which is it's because just of the sheer like amount of videos that go on YouTube like every second of the day, it's just like a crazy task to think about. All right. Yeah, so I'll have it like close up like this for a second maybe, and then, or should I just have it close up from this? Should I just have it closer up to his neck from the start? I might just do that. Because like I don't want to be switching the camera angle straight away again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like you would love there to be a cleaner solution, but then you're like, what the hell would it? It's like you don't know what it would be yet. Yeah, I kind of see it getting worse before it gets better too. To be honest. Yeah, there's so many bots everywhere. I was even like, it's funny. I was like reading comments in this. There's these like chess players that I follow, two sisters, and I was watching one of their shorts earlier, and like every comment, there was like maybe one comment from a real person, and every other comment under the video was a bot. Like every single comment, I was like, what the hell is going on with the bots in this comment section? It was insane. Yeah, I think I'll just have him closer to the camera from the start. Hopefully I can move him without the line work being affected. Actually, no, I'll move the camera. I'll move the camera instead of moving him. Although that might just have the same effect anyway. Let's see. Move the camera closer to him and like more like with more like focus on his neck area. Alright, N auto keyframe, back to timeline. Alright, we're still on the right frame. And maybe have them somewhere over here too, because we're going to need to show the needle like coming in. Alright, good. That didn't affect my line work too much. Just a little bit of the fills over here by the ear and the hair on the left side I need to fix, but that's not too bad. Alright, and then we can have the needle sort of coming over. Or should I move it down a little bit more like this? Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. I should probably put another little light in front of him again too. But I'll probably have that other light that was in the previous shot. I'll probably just animate that to follow him over here, just to like save on resources. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take a look at FL Studios tonight and see what's happening. I don't think I'm gonna buy it tonight, but I'll certainly take a look at some of their offers or whatever. What inspired me to do animation? Yeah, that's actually like it's when I was like 3 years old, or at least as long as I can remember, I always like was obsessed with The Simpsons. Like that's always been my favorite show. And I was maybe like 4 years old, I would say, because I was talking a little better by this stage. So I must have been around 4. But I remember asking my mom like to get me a book, because I seen like a book one time that was like how to draw cartoons or how to make cartoons, something like that. So I got that book, and then I was like obviously like following it along and just doing like cartoon drawings of my own. So I guess it was really from that age, like I was really like, I've always been like fascinated by animation. I just thought it was like magic how you could make like drawings like move and like actually make like a show out of that, you know. But then like my childhood went on, I actually kind of like moved away from that a little bit, to be honest. And I wanted to be like different things, like every kid, you know. I wanted to be a firefighter, I wanted to be an astronaut, I wanted to do this and that. But then I also wanted to be a video game designer or creator, you know. I guess I was around like 10 by that stage or whatever. And then I did the whole school thing. I went to like college. I did like stuff that I just like had no interest in doing, but I just felt like I could pay the bills with it, you know? Like I did like business and stuff like that. Just stuff that I didn't really want to be doing. And then my family moved to the UK when I was 18 years old, and I wanted to go back. I wanted to do some more schooling here, you know. So I got into college here doing filmmaking and media production, and then I knew from then that I wanted to do something creative, you know, for a career. So like I did that. I got my college degree in that, in media production. And then I did more college again. I just again decided to go back, and I did a degree in video game design. So I came back around to that. And then I went to university and started doing my upper, like my, you know, the bigger degree in video game design as well. And when I was doing that, again, I had no thoughts at this time of like being an animator again. But then when I was doing the video game design in university, I there was a what do you call it? Like one of our projects was to like design a 2D game in Flash, Adobe Flash. And you had to like animate it yourself. You had to like program it yourself. You had to do all the design and stuff like that yourself. And when I started using Adobe Flash at that time, I knew a little bit about it, but not really too much about like all of the programming and 2D stuff and doing little rigs and stuff like that. I didn't know any of that. So like that was like the first time that I really used a lot of Adobe Flash. And man, let me tell you, I fucking hated I hated using Adobe Flash when at that stage. When I first started using it a lot, I hated it. But for some reason, every time I went home to my dorm room, I was living in Scotland at this time, when I was in university. And every time I went to my dorm room, something just kept like itching my brain. I was like, I want to learn. I know I hate using Flash, but I want to challenge myself to like use it. I really want to do that for some reason. And so I just kept on going on to Flash and like practicing it and like learning how to use it better. And I was drawing all these like 2D characters and stuff like that. And like just like making them do stupid stuff and animating them. And I figured out like once I learned how to use the program, I really ended up loving it. It was just the frustration of like being fascinated by it, but like not knowing how it worked, which I didn't see it like that at the time, but I realized that's what it was after. It was like I was really like fascinated to see how this thing worked. And so that's made me realize, because then I was like, you know, I was just messing around with Flash in my free time after that. Even outside the project, I was like messing around in Flash, and I was like, yo, I think I'd like to make like a show of my own in Flash. And then that's what really like drove my like inspiration to like be an animator then. So then I thought back, like I hadn't thought about that for years, like my childhood and like, you know, when I was like 4, asking for the book and all of that, it all kind of came like full circle to me. And I was like, fuck, maybe this is like what I'm meant to do, you know, when I just thought about like the timeline of my life and like what really like brought me joy. And that was it. So, I actually dropped out of video game design. And then I finished university in animation. And I had a hell of a time in animation. I loved it. I feel like I finally like found my people. A lot of times in my life I felt weird, you know, because I never really knew anyone like in my personal life that was like into like animation like in the way that I was. It was all more like people around me enjoy watching animation or whatever, but I always like felt like they like other people around me never wonder like how that's made, or like they don't really like look at like framing and directing and all of the sort of intricacies of it. They just love like they love the shows, but they I just like felt like uh I like to see behind the magic of it too. And so like when I started doing animation, there was other people that were like the same as me. So I finally felt like I was at home in a way. I didn't feel like so weird anymore. So yeah, that was really it. Oh, the UK. I still live in the UK. To be honest, I live in the UK now. I haven't left since that. Uh, the UK is like all right, to be honest. It's cold a lot of times, which I don't like because like I'm born and raised in Miami, so that's a big thing that I still kind of struggle with adjusting to. And then some of the people are nice. Some of the people are real pricks, but you just find your own crowd, and you just kind of by this stage I've kind of gotten a thick skin to it. Like I don't really care if assholes want to be assholes. I'm not gonna change them. So I just try my best not to deal with people like that. But overall, like the lifestyle here is like a lot. It's a lot more easy going than it is in the states. To be honest, uh, you don't stress as much about like you don't. I find myself not stressing as much about like day to day life. Just in a lot of ways, like stuff is like cheaper here as well. Like rent is cheaper, food is cheaper, everything like that. Like cost of living is cheaper, and then you have like you can get like free medical work and all that kind of stuff. Um, but I don't know. I don't. Every place has its good and its bad points. This the word spellings was kind of for me. I kind of feel like I was in a I was kind of at an advantage in a way because my mom is originally from here. So like I'm used to a lot of kind of that stuff from the UK. Um, so I can't say that I was just like I can't say that I really struggled that bad, but like I said, I feel like I do have an advantage in that way too, because like I was raised obviously by my mom, so I can understand like her accent and everything like that. I feel like if my mom wasn't from here, all of that kind of stuff would maybe be a lot harder, but because of that, like I kind of feel like I had a little head start there. Yeah, exactly. It's a little more easy going, a little more slow paced. But again, that depends on where you're at too. Like I could never live in like London or something like that. I feel like I would hate that. But the place I'm at now is good. I live like 20 minutes outside a city. I live kind of like in a little town by the sea, so it's pretty awesome to be honest. I love the place that I live. You know what I mean? There's like an old castle right there. Like it's like crazy right on the ocean and stuff. And the ocean is literally just right here at the bottom of my street. And like everything that I like need really is like right around me. Within like walking distance. So it's dope. Like I got the train like very close to me. If I want to go to the city, I just hop right on the train right there. It's like a 2 minute walk. But the train doesn't actually, like, I don't hear the train. Funny enough, I don't actually hear the train coming past. So, again, that's another advantage. And then I'm like really close to like major supermarkets. I'm really close to like the movie theater. The movie theater is like a 2 minute walk. Like, everything's just kind of right there, where I need it. So yeah, I really like the place that I'm living in now. But again, I couldn't live in a place like London or something like that. Yeah, I would definitely like hate that, you know. No disrespect to London, but just not my kind of scene, you know. It's more like chilled here and laid back. But yeah, in terms of like where I would rather live, I think by this stage, like I'm okay living in the UK. Um, I feel like me like getting a fresh start and like going back home to America and stuff would be like really fucking. I feel like I would really just like stress me out and make me like super anxious. But I love Miami. Don't get it confused. You know, I love my home, and I'm like proud to be from there, and I love to go back and visit. And that's the thing too. You know, a lot of people like would think like moving is hard in that way, but like that's what my family always says. You know, it's like even if you miss home, it is just a flight away, you know. I'm actually going back in October to visit for a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to like exaggerate his neck a little here, which is something that I don't normally do. I don't really have his neck looking this long usually, but I think I'm gonna have to do that for this shot because the needle is like going into his neck, so he's gonna have to have some visible kind of neck right there. All right, let me see. Fills, keep that locked for now. Photography. No, my sister actually loves doing photography. She doesn't have a website as of yet, but I've been keeping on her about getting her portfolio online and stuff like that. But actually, interestingly enough, I'm actually gonna be getting a camera really soon, and I like to shoot music videos and stuff like that. So I'll be putting that either on this channel or I might just start a new channel completely, a completely new channel for that kind of stuff, for my music and my videos and stuff like that. I love doing like short films and like music videos. So yes, that is sort of like a little hobby that I do, but not particularly photography. I do like love photography and respect it and admire it, but I haven't done much of that myself. Besides, like I said, like some filmmaking. But I'll definitely keep the channel posted if I put stuff on a different channel or anything like that. I'll be sure to like link it in these videos. What about you? Do you like doing photography? Oh yeah, yo, the what like lenses and stuff like that can be like asinine prices. Like that shit is insane. For some reason, lately I've really started loving like black and white photography and stuff. I don't know why. I mean, obviously I love color photography too, but I've been thinking like the next video that I want to shoot is I feel like it's definitely going to be in black and white. I don't know why. It's just like I want to have like a real like nice sort of high contrast video, black and white video. I've done some music videos that my cousin and I shot in the past. We did like a few black and white videos, and they were really cool. And like I said, I don't know why. I just feel like the next video I do, I want it to be black and white. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Alright, it's definitely going to make his shoulders wider here. Scale to the x axis. And then lock the fill there. Sculpt. I still feel weird having his neck like this, but I don't see any other way that I'm gonna. Like, this is never how I normally would draw his neck. But yes, exactly, because you're taking that you find that a lot of your focus would go on like the color composition of the pictures. So if you take that out of the equation, obviously you're gonna start like focusing on other stuff. That makes complete sense. Yeah, that's like a cool thought. Yeah, and I really like. I can't say that I like love like black and white movies over color or anything like that too, but there's something really like fascinating about like when someone's really creative with, like you were mentioning there, like shadows and stuff like that. When you see that in a black and white movie, there's something really cool about that. I still feel super strange with his neck like that. Normally, that part of his neck like this is just like normally my guy's like shirt collar right here. So his shoulders just kind of like his shoulders would normally be like just where the bottom of his face is. It would normally just be like this for me, kind of, and then that's kind of like his, like I said, like his collar right here. But for this shot, I'm having to make it like he has a longer neck, which just kind of looks weird to me. But like I said, I've got to do that for this shot because he's getting a syringe put in there. Yeah, I can't say that I'd be an excellent photographer, but I have a really like keen like I have a really like careful eye when it comes to like composition and stuff like that. I guess from like, I guess that's one of those things that sort of like translates from being like an animator to. Um every time I'm watching movies, I'm always looking at like how shots are composed and everything like that, and how they're framed, and how they even cut together as a whole through the editing. Um, but I can't say that I would. So I do know a thing or two about shot composition and stuff like that, but I don't know how well that translates to me like being like a decent photographer. I don't know. I feel like some pictures I've taken are okay, but obviously there's still like a lot that I would need to learn. I really like a nice wide angle lens, a nice something cool about wide shots. I don't know. When I see like a nice wide shot in a movie, it always like it still like fascinates me. I'm like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Damn, this box of juice has put so much water onto my coaster. That is crazy. Messing up my damn Abe's Odyssey coaster. All right. Yes, I'll definitely need to put that. I'll definitely need to put that light back in front of his face. See, that's annoying, man. I don't really want to move the camera again. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do as much of a hard cut with the camera this time. I'll give the camera some motion. So I'll make it like pan down. More down here. And then his neck will be more in the center area of the screen here. And then we'll jab that needle up in his neck. Because, yeah, I feel like I've been doing quite a few like hard cuts of the camera here. And I don't want to add to that again. So yeah, I feel like that'll, instead of a hard cut, I'll just do like a pan down. Yeah, exactly. I always love looking at stuff like that too. It can give like, yeah, that's like always super interesting to me, like the layers of like just like the meaning of different things that like directors use and stuff. It can give like that feeling of claustrophobia and like, yeah, it's always fun like looking at those different layers of like and the thoughts behind it, and they're like different philosophies toward things like that. Have you seen the Lighthouse? Is it the Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe? It's like black and white, and it's the box ratio as well. That movie was crazy. And actually, yeah, since I am gonna be doing a pan down with the camera, I can start the camera up even higher on his head for the first frame. So let me do that now. Camera to view. Put it like somewhere up here. And then I'll keep that for a few frames. Duplicate. Say like 10 frames. And then we'll start panning down. And we'll want that to go for like, I don't know, 30 frames or something. Make it kind of maybe 40, maybe 50. We'll make it quite a slow pan. And then we'll make it pan down to his neck. Yep, cool. And then that'll, again, we'll freeze on that. And that'll bring us up to like, say like, just put it right there for now. Give the guy some time to jab him in the neck. Yeah, exactly. You almost kind of start to feel like you're just there with them. I would, if you like that kind of thing, definitely check out The Lighthouse. I think it's a A24 movie, but yeah, it's with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. It's all black and white. All right, let me fix this bottom half of his torso right here because once the camera pans down, you can see that there's no more of the drawing right there on that little edge of it. And just take that and do that. Simple as that. Okay. I really like one takes in the movies as well. You know, when the camera just like follows the action for like a while without like cutting to different angles. I think that's really awesome. Of course, it's like easier to do that now digitally and stuff, but I can imagine like making a movie back in the day with a one take must have been like crazy hard. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully you should enjoy that one. No problem. Oh, Mandalorian, huh? What season are you on? That's weird. I actually started watching. I've watched The Mandalorian like twice now, I think. Um, but a couple of weeks back, I started rewatching Andor for the second time. I really liked Andor too. Have you seen Andor? But yeah, Mandalorian was cool. Oh, season two. Yeah, that's a good one. Mandalorian's just another Star Wars show. It's about the guy from. It's like a side story though. It has nothing to do with like the main Star Wars saga. It's about that. It's about Cassian Andor, the guy from Rogue One. Kind of just a little side story involving him. If you're watching on Disney Plus, you'll see it pop up as like a, like a related series or whatever to Mandalorian. Andor. Andor. That's like Andor. I think is my favorite Star Wars TV show. It was really cool. It's a little bit of a. It has a little bit of a darker tone to it. It's just a nice little like fun, kind of side story. Yeah, Mandalorian is probably my second favorite Star Wars show, or maybe I'd say maybe Mandalorian and Andor I rate about the same. Maybe I guess. Alright, well, I'm not going to draw the needle tonight. I'll do that the next time. But what I am going to do is I will move the light over here to follow him. Give the scene a little bit better lighting. So that shouldn't be too difficult to do. We have these little lights right here with them. All right, and then back to our timeline. Oh yeah, let me see exactly where this camera changes to. It's 60 something. It's 3,360. No, it's right there. All right, 3396. Oh yeah, well, definitely check out Andor after then if you're not into the like the mainline saga stuff. Definitely check out Andor. It's got like nothing to do with any of the saga. It's just, you know, obviously it's just set in the Star Wars universe, but it's just like its own story. That's why I was like, I like the original trilogy for the most part. Um, but like the rest is kind of just the rest of Star Wars is like some of, I mean, it has its moments, you know, it has its cool moments, but I feel like a lot of it is like, I don't know. I don't want to say unnecessary either. I know those movies have their fans, but I get kind of like it got kind of like that for me, where I'm like, I want to see stuff like this. Like the universe of Star Wars is so awesome. It's like I want to see stuff that like doesn't have to do with like the Skywalkers and all that. You know, I just want to see like other stuff that's going on in this galaxy, and that's why I really like Andor. You know. Come on. Ooh, nice. Okay, that looks really good with that blue light. That's awesome. All right. Better than I even expected. It's making like a nice gradient. It's going from like the blue light kind of shining on his left side to like more into his skin tone on the right side, but it's just brightened the whole image up as a whole too. Probably looks different on the screen. It looks a lot different on the screen on the stream than it does like to me actually looking at it on the screen. But yeah, that's nice. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Excuse me. I'm trying to think for this close up shot. Should I take out? Should I make it a little more like surreal in a way, and just kind of take the whole background out of it, so it'll just be more focus on like what's happening with the character? Because I feel like because I feel like if I keep this background, it's like, where the hell is the dude with the hood standing? He's supposed to be like behind this guy, and it's like it's not. He's not just gonna be like standing directly like in the little bush. So I kind of feel like I might just do this scene on a black background or something. I might end up doing that. I'll see. I'll think about it and see. Smiling Friends, yes, I've watched. I haven't watched all of it, but from what I have seen, I really enjoy that show. And you know what I find crazy? It's like crazy, but it's like so awesome that they did it. Like they got those two animators, and they just each of them like use their own style in it. So like the characters, the backgrounds, like everything about it is like two different styles in one show, and somehow it works. Like that's like the genius about that show, you know. So that's like some of the genius about that show, and you can tell like which ones which is, you know, which creator made which characters based on their style. And you would think something like that wouldn't work, but it does. But yeah, like I said, I haven't watched all of it, but what I have seen, I've like really enjoyed, and I've actually been meaning to like watch all of that, but I just haven't got around to it yet. So yeah, that's a really good one. I love that. That's one of your favorites, huh? Yeah, that's a good choice. And I really love the character designs too, as a whole. Both of the creators have like really nice styles. They work really nice for the screen, you know. And I love Adult Swim, of course. Adult Swim is like, if I ever had to work for a network, like Adult Swim would be my dream one, you know. I feel like they're the most kind of on the side of the creators, you know, and creators having like creative freedom. I feel like they like kind of like fight in the corner for the creators rather than for like the executives, you know. So I feel like they're really good in that way too. They know what like, and then they know like as well, you know, if you give creators like that creative freedom, fans are gonna like that as well, you know, which is like a lot of networks don't understand that. They just want to cater to like the shareholders and the executives and the producers before they're like catering to the actual people that are gonna be watching the shows. And that's kind of a backwards way of doing it. You know, that's a really old school type of way of thinking. But like Adult Swim, I feel like has it figured out better in that way. They're on the side of the creator, and they know that like happy creators are gonna be more creative. They're gonna do what they want, and like fans are gonna like and appreciate that more than if like they can tell something's like, you know, interfered with, and like production is like getting in the way. Like fans are not dumb, you know. They can tell all of this stuff is happening just by like the finished product, you know. So I feel like you get a lot better results. And then when fans are enjoying it, then you're going to get better ratings and better numbers. So it only makes sense to like, you know, be on that side of things rather than like trying to boost the ego of executives all the time. So yeah, that's I feel like they would be awesome to work with as a network if I ever could work with a network, or if like my dream offer would be Adult Swim. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think about this shot some more, whether or not I wanted to like be with this background still, or like as I was saying earlier, if I want to take it more like abstract and just like remove the background and just focus on what's happening with the character. Um, so I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. My main goal today was just to like start with a new shot and get like the main first drawing done, and I've done that. So I like that. I like that real close up shot of him right there, and the way like his face looks, and the way that light is like shining over half his face. I like that a lot. I think that looks cool. But yeah, I just don't know what to do with this background yet. It would be okay, but I think I'm just like overthinking like where the other dude's gonna be standing and all that behind him. So that's why I'm gonna like, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna like not do any of more of this shot tonight because I'm gonna have to think that through what I'm gonna do with it before I like do any more on there. Da-na-na-na-na. Dude, I've been working on this scene forever. Oh my god, I feel like this scene is like never ending. It is like the final. It is like the last scene of the episode, but like, god damn, I feel like I've been working on this forever. I think I've been working on this scene for months, to be honest. It's getting kind of not boring, but kind of just like, man, I can't wait to be done with this episode by now. It's been like such a long road to get this finished. Sometimes I feel like it's never gonna get finished. But that's the way I feel like that's the way I feel about a lot of animations in general when I'm doing them. I'm like, damn, this is like sometimes you don't see the progress, when you're focusing on like frame by frame. Sometimes it takes a minute to like pull back and look at the bigger picture. Um when you're at the frame by frame process of it, sometimes it just feels like it's never gonna end. But yeah, like I said, that's happened a lot of times before when I've been working on stuff, and then I finally get it done, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe like that's finished, and it's like a thing now. Like it's actually something you can watch. Yeah, sometimes when you're just like caught up in the frame by frame of it, it's like, yeah, you just gotta take a little minute and like pull back from that. But yeah, damn, I feel like I've been working on this scene forever. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna do some more thinking about about this particular sequence and how I want it to be like I was mentioning earlier with about the background and all that. Gonna take a day or two and think about that, and then I'll get back to that. I don't know if I'll live stream like the next time I'm animating, but for sure, I'll be back tomorrow with some music or something at least. Making some music. I've been doing a lot of that recently on my channel, and tonight's actually the first night that I've not made music in like shit since at least since I started the everyday streams. This is the first night that I haven't made music, so I think that's been going for like a month now. So this is like my first day off from making music in like a month. Oh, but yeah, as I was mentioning, I just wanted to like do my other thing, do my animation thing, and kind of loosen my brain up with the music a little bit because I don't want to fall. I'm like I was saying, I'm falling into like the old hip hop like traps again of like using a bunch of tropes and stuff like that. And the fact that I'm doing an experimental project, I don't really want to be falling into those traps. So I just decided to take tonight. At least I still did something like creatively, but I just decided to take tonight from the music and kind of loosen up a little bit. So hopefully we can go back at it tomorrow with a fresh outlook. Which is funny because I was like I'm actually pretty happy with the beat that I made last night. It was the couple of nights before that where I was like making beats and I was like, I don't like these ones at all. But the one I did last night I actually didn't mind. So hopefully we come back with that same energy tomorrow and get something cool made. But yeah, guys, this has been a fun one. Actually, I'm actually glad. I'm glad despite my tablet like annoying the fuck out of me earlier, glad that I hopped in and did a little more of my animation project. And I'll definitely be working on this again soon, as soon as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me as much as I enjoyed hanging out with you. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful evening, whatever you're getting up to. And I hope to see you tomorrow, too. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Can't remember if I've said that or not already, but hey, I'm saying it again. Sue me if you don't like it. But yeah, guys, take care. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time, hopefully. Like I said, tomorrow night, be here. Set me up in notifications. Come hang out again. Have a good one, y'all.